Hi, it's me, Patricia. So yesterday I posted a video that was taken in many ways. Some people liked, some people were confused by it, some people criticized, and some people hated. And though I don't really care if you hate it, if you dislike, because I said what I said and I meant it. So I'm sitting in the car with my white husband and my black daughter and my dogs, just to show you guys that it really doesn't matter.
Why would you do that?
It doesn't matter the skin of the color in many ways. Yes, we have the colonizers that went to every continent and they did bad things to people. Yes, they did. They raped, they stole, they forced their culture into other people. A lot of things happen, right? My grandpa was a colonizer, okay, because he was 100% Portuguese, my mom's grandfather, okay? And my grandfather was half Portuguese, half black. And from my dad's side, his great-grandfather was a slave owner. So I am a product of every continent, Africa, South America, and Europe, okay? So I know what it's like to live in different households, in different cultures. I lived in Angola, and I know what black and black do to each other. I remember as a kid, if you know anything about Angola was colonized by Portuguese, and they were there for 500 years. And then Angola had civil wars. Savimbi is José Eduardo. And they did horrible things to each other. Savimbi used to make the woman, he would have two men, one man holding one leg of a child and the other man holding another leg, and pull the legs of a child and make their mothers hit the child in a tree or put them on fire. I seen a lot of things as a kid. Okay, I grew up in Germany. I know what it's like to live with Nazis. Okay, because as soon as it would get dark, I had to go home, and I could not be on the streets. So I know, and I was with Russians, with you name it, Turkish, every culture in this world, Indian culture, So when I make a video, it's not because I'm attempting to create whatever is being created on my page, but I love and I welcome your opinions. A lot of you guys that were mad are white people because you do not want to accept the fact that your ancestors went to every continent in the world, and the reason why a lot of you guys have all this wealth, it didn't come from your hard work, even though a lot of white people I know are wealth because they work really hard, and I give you that. A lot of African people also that are very wealthy is not because they really worked hard, because we know the corruption in Africa. So we don't need to sit here in this world and try to act like white is better, black is better, blue is better, Asian is better. When you go to Asia, there's a division between dark and light. When you go to Europe, it's the only place I lived, and don't matter if you're brunette or blonde, they treat themselves the same. But remember what happened with Hitler and everybody that didn't have blue eyes and blonde hair. So I think by 2022, if you still get angry because somebody is expressing something that is true, you are very ignorant. At my 39 years old, I had to learn to put that aside. Some people pointed out the fact that I married a white guy. I did marry a white guy. The black guy broke my heart and did all those things to me. And the white guy put a ring on my finger and honored my father and my mother, and that's on my hand. So I cannot say all black men are horrible or white men are horrible. It's a choice that we have. We can choose to be good. We can choose to be bad. The most damage that was done in this world were in the hands by white people, or worldly. But they were only able to colonize and take black people from Africa to bring to whatever they wanted to bring them, to enslave them, because the African people and the black people sold their own. All right? Because the African people are very strong physically. So for Africans to be able to live under slavery for that long is for a reason. They had the indoor Negroes and the outdoor Negroes. Because when you are a mulatto, like my mother is a mulatta, you are treated differently. You were indoors. So in the mulattoes that were indoors, they would tell on the darker ones, and those people used to get punished. So I think, it's time that we stop fighting about what happened and who did what. All we need to do is unite ourselves as humans and do what is right. Even in United States, people fight all the time because black skin and Democrats and Republicans. I think it's a foolishness because I grew up in Europe, and I lived in Europe. You know what matters in Europe? In Germany, all children have rights in school because they know as a child you are the future for Germany. So they're gonna give you free education. You're gonna play sports. You're gonna play music. They're gonna teach you whatever you want to learn because they know they're gonna need you in the future. In US, it's only for wealthy kids, especially white kids. There's preference according to your skin color. As a black person and having a black child, I have to worry about my daughter walking on the street, and I have to worry about things that you do not have to worry about just because of the color of her skin. So you cannot be upset when you see black woman, and I only came to America in 2001, and I only started to see what it's really like to be in America since somebody became president. Because of that, I really didn't understand the anger and the frustration of black women. I was one of the main people that was against black women in America because I used to think black women are too harsh. But my goodness, the shit that black women have to endure in America is sad. Because where I'm from and where I'm Brazilian, and my family is also from Brazil, Dominicans, whatever, they are men that know I have to be the father of the house. I have to provide for my family. I have to marry this person, whatever. In America, the number one man that go and break and hurt black women is black men. I don't care what you say. I do not care what you say. All right? So there's white men, dark men, it don't matter. The fact is that black woman is the least protected woman around the world. It does not mean that all black men are bad and all black women are just angry. No. You gotta be smarter than that. You cannot attack the person, you need to attack the system. The system in America was created that way. Because black women are very strong. No other race in this world has to endure the things that black women have to. And we are still standing, we are still here. Okay, a lot of times black woman has to stand on her own. The reason why I get respect and love from a lot of people is because of my accent. So my accent is my savior, and me being from a different nationality is what divides me and saves me from everything. I feel so bad for the life of Afro-American women because Afro-American women had to fight so hard, and Afro-Latinas too, for their men enduring slavery, to the point that Afro-black women used to breastfeed the men so they would not die. And then they get treated in the worst way by their own. Okay? So, and one thing that we also need to remember, in order for slavery to be done, it was a white man that did it. It was not a black man. So we do not want to treat everybody the same. All black men are bad, or white men is bad. In every race, you have bad and you have good. It's a choice that you make. We all have a choice. I don't care how bad your childhood was, we still have a choice. So I'm gonna continue post. I'm gonna continue to talk because I think it's a beautiful thing. But the sad part is a lot of you guys, I could listen to you guys in a conversation, but you do not get my respect because when you express yourself, the words that you use are not words that I respect. So even if you want to get your point across, if you want people to understand where you're from, you need to know how to use your words. I know we are angry, right? But at the same time, we have to understand we cannot change the world by making the world worse. So I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm all for all people. But remember, I'm a black person and I know what black people go through. So I have to have that special love for black people. That's all. Thank you.